putting an end to identity politics. This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.
Welcome back, everybody. Kevin Jackson here. It's the Kevin Jackson Show, KJRadio.com. And I started looking into James Comey's book that he got a big fat advance on. You know the name? Do you guys know the name of his book? I didn't even know the name of his book. I looked at the name of his book. It cracked me up. James Comey, the name of his book. It's Higher Loyalty. Can you believe that? Higher Loyalty. Yeah. Higher Loyalty. This guy has been the most here's what it said. A new book from James Comey. A Higher Loyalty. Truth, Lies, and Leadership. If there's anybody that should not be talking about truth, lies, and leadership, or truth, I should say, it's James Comey. And so he's got on his Twitter page. I was trolling his Twitter page. I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, I was trolling it. And let me tell you, every tweet this clown puts out, I'm not exaggerating, 60 to 70% negative, 30% positive. So I'll give you an example. There's the very first one. Any advanced copies available? From Paula. Then the next one. You helped get us into this mess. I really hope your book magically gets us out. Let's see. One says, oh, Trump's going to go ballistic. Thank you for your service. And then others, they say he's a F you. There's one just that simple, F you. George is not a rollout guy. They're talking about George Stephanopoulos. And then here's one I really like. Well, isn't that precious? Author and Clintonite James the Swamp Liar Comey being interviewed by Georgie Porgy Stephanopoulos of fake ABC News that worked as a dirty Clintonite operative. Let's keep it in the family. Will Bill be under the interview table listening? Oh, man. Then some people went into Obama. One guy says here, no, you've lied enough. And the title of your book is laughable in that you know nothing of truth telling. I think that's the majority of people. History alone will be the greatest judge is what one person wrote. Oh man, it's brutal. Guess you're happy. Oh man, look, James Comey, I think he will be patient number 2. I said McCabe is he's patient 0, I guess is technically it, meaning that he's the person who started this whole thing, the dominoes falling. And after McCabe, Comey's next. And, you know, it's funny how these people, they have to do this. And I know we've all been in trouble, and we've all kind of tried to pretend at times like, okay, if I just don't think about it, you know, the day will go quicker and then it'll pass. It doesn't pass. It doesn't pass. You have to confront the issues that come up throughout your life. And to me, it looks like Comey and these guys are just trying to brush it over. It's so funny to watch. And I like I said, I was trolling his page, and I went back to where he was doing all of his little tweets, and like here's one he did on February 1st. All should appreciate the FBI speaking up. I wish more of our leaders would, but take heart, America. American history shows that in the long run, weasels and liars never hold the field so long as good people stand up. Not a lot of schools or streets named for Joe McCarthy. And again, if you go to the tweet and you look at what people say about him, by the way, it got 270,000 likes or whatever, and then 92,000 retweets. And here's the first one. Well, the first one was, I can't wait for the director to fire you, which I don't think that makes a whole lot of sense. But one lady says, I think you got that backwards. People don't care about the country or the laws. There's nothing to shield Trump from law enforcement. It says should be held accountable. So again, people start jumping on him. Is this the real thing? How do I scan for bots? And they just destroy this man. Here's why I'm telling you this, and I know this is not great radio, but the reason why I'm looking at this, I'm reading these to you because I'm trolling it as we do this, is James Comey, there's not nearly as many people that are thanking this guy for who he is, and they can't. They see him for what he is, and look, I don't know who's over social media. I don't believe black folks are trolling James. I mean, other than me, I don't believe there's a whole lot of black folks going, hey, let me see what James Comey's done. Let's see how many people are beating up on that fool. I don't think that's happening. But the majority, a lot of these people do not like him. Here's what one lady says. Unfortunately, you are pulling a McCarthy on innocent people. Joe McCarthy went after the guilty. You disgust me. A disgrace to the FBI and to America. They should exile you. That's what the people are saying. One person says Comey can be cranky when cornered. Let's see. You're going down with him. Then calling others liars without facts doesn't work for me. The next one. Nice bait. Let's see. I'm just looking at these as we go along. And I don't want to do the ones that aren't interesting. But here's what I'm telling you. People know the truth. And I think that's what we can take heart in. And I may troll Eric Holders soon just to show what's happening to him. I think it's shocking to some of these folks when they put these things out there and they think it's going to be this social media friend. Because here's the other thing. Conservatives, we don't control social media. We're very bad at it. I'm just telling you, we are not good at it at all. If there are truly 50-50 people in the country and you look at Twitter, if you read your Twitter feed, conservatively, you think it's 70% leftist. I think it's probably 80%, honestly. And even with that, the people that are supposed to be supportive of Comey or supportive of Obama, whatever, go troll their things. I can't troll some of them because they block me. But if you go troll their Twitter feeds or Facebook pages or whatever, you'll find they are being eviscerated. Even lefties are going, you dishonor me. You make me feel bad for ever having voted for you. I can't believe you did that. Blah, blah, blah. Here's another one on Comey's thing. The Carter administration froze Iranian assets. The Obama administration sent pallets of cash to Iran just before he left office. Completely separate the lifting of sanctions and release of Carter funds. So they get into all these other discussions, but at the end of the day, they don't like him. They don't like him. Here's one. Lots of laugh in the house of cards. Your politically charged office continue to tumble down. What is the director of the FBI asking an employee who sat on information for over a month? Go ahead and keep your job. WTF. Comey, and one guy, Comey, and he's got a little, what they call it, emoticon of a turd. The next one, your buddy McCabe is gone. Adios. Somebody did a music video ridiculing him. Here's the next one. You leaked your government notes about your private meeting with the president to a friend so he could get in the paper so a special prosecutor could be appointed. And here we are. I mean, they're beating this guy up on his own Twitter feed. One lady wrote, yes, hopefully you're next, right after McCabe. See, they're getting it. And I've already talked about what's going to happen next. The dominoes, folks, they're about to fall. The dominoes. And you know what's funny? When you vindicate the things that Trump has done. For example, I talked earlier about Gina Haspel. Oh, she waterboarded. And if she had been an Obama appointee, they would be glowing about her. Then what did they find out? Oh, she wasn't the one who did that. Jeez, got that fact wrong. So what does that mean? Donald Trump says they're fake news. I've been telling you, disregard them. And I don't know how you feel, but I'm just kind of testing a barometer on my social media. The majority of you free-thinking conservatives have figured out what Supreme Court Justice Clarence Thomas told me in his office. Kevin, the media does nothing but lie. They're worse than liars because they create stories. What Comey wants to do is to create a fallacy, create a belief that he's Mr. G-Man that was doing it by the book. Here's what Comey said under oath. In regards to the president's tweets about him being wiretapped, I have no information that support those tweets, and we have looked carefully inside the FBI. He knew it was a lie. Here was another one that somebody said about his tenure as the FBI. I just can't understand why people see what a corrupt, liar, dirty cop Comey was and still is. I think they should all be hung for treason. Nana. That's somebody's grandma. A funny note to me has Comey with his head on a weasel, and he's got him swearing in. He says, "I'm James the Weasel Comey, a beta cuck. I'm a leaker, a liar, and should be thrown in prison." Keep tweeting, Comey. Come on, baby. Bring it. By the way, you were a little bit late in response to the president when he called you out. And Donald he usually gets it right.
He won't stop until he's the top-rated radio talk show host in America.
What kind of weird competitive freak are you?
This is the Kevin Jackson Radio Show.